What's going on, everyone? So from a brand that gave us Bueno Hair, a brand that's really geared towards man hairstyle products, they actually dabbed into the fragrance world in 2019, giving us a new fragrance called REBEL by Pete&Pedro. If you guys want to hear all about this one and see if it's worth your time and money, stick around. The review is coming up next. What is up, Frag fam? Forti back with another fragrance review. Today we're going to talk about a fragrance release from YouTube megastar Aaron Marino, aka Alpha M. If you watch fragrance videos or any kind of lifestyle or man's fashion kind of videos, you've heard of this man. He's very famous with millions and millions of subscribers, Menfluential, which is a convention that happens on a yearly basis. And now he's not only dabbing into the men's grooming with Tej Hanley, which is, became an internet sensation and meme. But now he's also dabbing into the fragrance world with REBEL, which is a 2019 release, and there is a 2020 release on the works, which hopefully I'll cover for you guys on the channel. I think it's going to be called Hero. But today it's going to be all about the 2019 release, REBEL. Let's talk about the presentation here. The box is nothing, spectacular or really amazing. It's just a, really cool cardboard box. And you have the bottle here, which is very minimalist with a black cap, a gold atomizer that actually sprays pretty good, decent distribution there. And then you have a square-like, very masculine, and again, minimalist bottle with a little donkey, the REBEL name, and Pete&Pedro logo at the bottom. So nothing crazy, but it does the job. So Pete&Pedro's REBEL is available in a 50 ml bottle that you're gonna see here in this video. I think it only comes in a 50 ml, and you also have a Carry Travel Aromizer, which is, I think, 5 ml, which is also available at the website. I'll have both items linked in the description if you guys want to check them out. Again, link's going to be down below. Aaron Marino describes this fragrance as sexy, spicy, and seductive. And the inspiration behind this fragrance was actually Creed's Aventus. Let's see what we get out of this particular fragrance. I actually am wearing this today. It is my scent of the day, but I'm going to give myself a fresh blast on my wrist, as I do customary here to give you guys and remind myself of the initial blast of this fragrance. So the very beginning of the fragrance, the opening is going to be a very, very beautiful and bright introduction, which is going to be a dance between bergamot, very heavy bergamot, might I add, with pineapple. Yes, there's a heavy dose of pineapple here, so if you do enjoy Creed's Aventus, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. Other components that will add to the fruitiness of the fragrance will be black currant, which also adds sweetness to the fragrance. But one thing I did enjoy about this fragrance between the opening, the heart, and the actual dry down is that you do not have that smoky facet that you have with a lot of Creed Aventus' batches, most batches to be honest. So if you didn't like that smoky birch wood facet that you get with Creed's Aventus, this will be a great alternative to that fragrance because it's going to be focusing mostly on the sweeter, fruitier components, hence the bergamot and the pineapple I talked about. So I can definitely see the inspiration here to Creed's Aventus. As soon as you spray this on, if you're familiar with Creed's Aventus, you can see that the resemblance is uncanny. However, this has its own take, as you'll see now as I'm going to talk about the dry down and the heart of the fragrance, and also not having that birch smoky facet makes this its own fragrance, but it is very, very close to Creed's Aventus. As you get into the heart of REBEL, a lot of the woodier components will come to the forefront, giving this a woodier take to the scent, like cedar, for instance. There's also an herbal and green nuance to the scent given by moss and clary sage. So definitely greener and woodier as you get into the mid of the scent and into the dry down. But that fruitiness that you get in the beginning will not remain as bright as the initial spray. So I'm thinking about 15-20 minutes into the scent, that greener and woodier components will start to play a key role into the development of this fragrance. I do also enjoy a real nice note of cedar that I get here, which adds this nice sharpness to the scent, but also very pleasant. I do love cedar in my fragrances, and the cedar here is done actually very well. After the 45-50 minute mark, you get into the dry down of the scent, which is really continuing to keep that woody green herbal kind of nuance with those sweet facets from the beginning, the bergamot and the pineapple, but you also get this amazing creamy cedar-like, almost like a Molecule 101 type of a vibe. So if you enjoy Molecule 1 / meets Aventus, this is going to be a great alternative. It is very similar to Aventus from beginning to end, again without the birch and smoky facet. If you didn't like that smoky nuance, you're definitely going to enjoy this. All in all, I think it's a great alternative to Creed's Aventus. If you don't want to spend, $200-300 for a 100 ml or 120 ml, if you can find 120 ml, which is now discontinued. This is a 50 ml for $49, which again, there are a ton of alternative to Creed's Aventus in the market. It's flooded with copies, but I have to say a plus going for this one, it's not a straight up copy or dupe of Creed's Aventus. It is very much close to Aventus, but it also does its own thing. And I do enjoy, again, it doesn't have that smoky facet, making it different and not a carbon copy of Creed's Aventus. I would break Rebel in 3 different facets. The fragrance really develops nicely. You have this bright fruity opening with this woodsy green herbal kind of mid, which dries down to this woodsy green creamy musky nuance, again retaining that fruity from the beginning, but not as prominent, not as bright as the initial 10-15 minutes into the fragrance. Performance was also a plus on Rebel. I got about 7+ hours. If you spray your clothes, you're going to get 8+, well into the 10-hour mark, which was really nice. Well over my day's work, which is really what I'm hoping to get. Also, compliment factor was really good on this when it smells really close to Aventus, as I said many times in this video. So I do get compliments and positive feedback with Creed's Aventus, and with Rebel was no different. Projection was quite nice as well. I got 2+ hours projection, arm's length, which is nice. And the actual immediate surrounding sillage was actually really nice, above average as well. So all around, great scent, seasons, any season, anytime, versatility through the roof here. Versatility is going to be the key word with this fragrance. It's good for casual wear. You can dress it up, dress it down. No matter what you do, where you're going, anywhere, everywhere, you're going to smell great with this particular fragrance, just like the fragrance that it's modeled after. My final thoughts on Rebel from Pete&Pedro, Alpha M, Aaron Marino. I think this is actually a really good release. Even though it is modeled after Creed's Aventus, as he's so eloquently put, it was inspired by Creed's Aventus. I think it did a good job. Performance, the scent itself, and I think the price point, $49 for 50 ml, is not too bad at all. In fact, if you guys want to pick up a bottle, here's your chance. Aaron was kind enough to hook me up with a code to give to my viewers, the Max Forti viewers. The code is Forti20, which will give you guys 20% off site-wide, not only on this particular fragrance, anything that catches your fancy at the website, which I have the link below. You guys can utilize my code Forti20 at checkout, and you get 20% off the entire website, no exclusions. And again, all details and links will be at the description, guys. Enjoy. And by the way, that code Forti20 expires on May 30th. So guys, don't snooze, because you guys know you snooze, you lose. Of course, those are just my thoughts. If you guys out there in Fragrance Land have actually tried Rebel from Pete&Pedro, please be sure to sound off in the comments. I'd love to read your comments on this particular fragrance. Please share your thoughts with me in the comments section. As always, don't forget to show your support to the channel. If you guys enjoyed the video, please show on the like. Don't forget to subscribe for a lot more. And of course, turn on your notification bell icon for future videos just like these. As always, guys, fragrance is emotion. Emotion is an extension of your character, so choose your fragrance wisely and wear what truly moves you. I'll see you again real soon. Take care.